Gemini season is upon us. Hello, beautiful people. Life can be a challenge, but at least we have each other. Yes, the sun will be transiting through the sign of Gemini from May 20th to June 20th, and during that 4-week period, there will be some intense planetary shifts. So in this video, I'll be going over what these shifts will mean for your individual sign. Okay, no more wasting time. Let's go. Gemini season will begin when the sun enters Gemini on Monday, May 20th at 12:59 p.m. Universal Time, which will be at 8:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:59 a.m. Pacific Time, and for those of you that live in the Southern Hemisphere, this will be at 10:59 p.m. in Sydney, Australia, and 2:59 p.m. in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now let's find out the best way to make the most of this Gemini season energy. Gemini is the communicator of the Zodiac. Their power lies in their agility of thought and their unparalleled ability to share ideas. So now is the perfect time for everyone to use the mutable energy of the Gemini sun to adapt and flow with the changing tides of our lives. This is a time of connecting, learning, and exchanging information. Gemini is governed by Mercury, the planet of communication and learning, which gives them a creative mind and the gift of verbal expression. So let's celebrate all of those versatile, intelligent, and unique Geminis out there as we seek to expand our minds and personal connections while making decisions that are informed and flexible in order to enjoy the variety life has to offer. Happy Gemini season. Now that you know the best way to harness the power of Gemini season, let's find out what this Gemini season means for your individual sign. Okay, my powerful Aries, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this will be in your 3rd house. So Aries, this is going to be a 4-week period where the theme will be assessing your life situation, identifying where you want to see change, and then identifying what you can do differently in order to see the change that you desire. And one of the major areas that you can focus on and be sure that you are capitalizing on the energy of Gemini season is the way you communicate. When challenges arise, do you find yourself point proving and spending time on who is to blame, or are you focused on finding solutions? Don't be surprised if during this 4-week period you find yourself in a conflict with someone where what you say and how you say it is going to have a major impact on the outcome, and make sure that you recognize that this is an opportunity for change, not an opportunity to further magnify how something is someone else's fault. And keep this theme in mind as we go over the following transits. First, on May 23rd, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I have done a separate video for, so make sure to check that out if you haven't yet. Then on the same day, we have Venus shifting into Gemini, which will also be in your 3rd house. So this is a very positive energy for those of you that are single and wanting to manifest a relationship. This indicates that the opportunity may arise for a romantic connection, and you may find yourself attracted to or having the opportunity to choose between 2 potential interests. For those of you that are already in a relationship, this 3rd house energy will bring a focus to the way that the 2 of you communicate. And if your communication is in a good place, this will be a positive transit for you where you will deepen the connection that the 2 of you had. And if the way that the 2 of you communicate needs improvement, that will be magnified during this transit. So use this as an opportunity to get on the same page. Remember, solution-oriented communication is the way to go. Now, this Venus transit is also a positive influence for financial opportunities, whether you are single or not, but it will take some adapting and stepping outside of your comfort zone in order to draw these opportunities to you, Aries. Then on May 25th, Jupiter will be entering Gemini, which is a huge shift because it will remain in Gemini until June 9th of 2025. So check your natal Jupiter, because if you have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in your natal Jupiter, this is going to be a shift into a good momentum of good fortune for you. Now, this will be in your 3rd house as well, Aries, which means good fortune will be increased the more you tap into your creativity, and also the more you network and the more you travel in close proximity to where you are. So this is definitely a transit to look forward to for you, Aries. Then we have Mercury entering Gemini on June 3rd, which will also be in your 3rd house, which supports this Jupiter shift and also increases your ability to multitask, and it really gives your creativity a boost. So during this Gemini season, think this is time to put new ideas into action. Change is the theme. Then we have the new moon in Gemini on June 6th, also in your 3rd house, which will mark the start of a 2-week period of manifesting and momentum. So this will be a great time to take a new course, to hone a skill that you already have or to learn a new skill that you know would be helpful in achieving your goals. Now, this could also be the time where you meet someone new that could be a creative partner in some way. This someone could also play a major role in you achieving your goals somewhere in the near future. And the final big shift of Gemini season will be when Mars enters Taurus on June 9th, which will be in your second house, which will influence your life in two ways, Aries. One, it will motivate you to tap into your resourcefulness, which will work very, very well with the sun in your third house. So if you have had a struggle with making money, this is where things could really turn around for you, which is fantastic. And the second way that this can influence your life is it could cause conflict in your relationships, either over money or over feeling valued. So be prepared to face this sort of scenario as this Mars transit approaches. And if this does come up, realize it is an opportunity for growth and resolution. So take that opportunity. So overall, Gemini season is looking like a very exciting time for you, Aries. Definitely a positive time of momentum. So embrace this energetic opening and happy Gemini season, Aries. Okay, my powerful Taurus, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this is going to be in your second house. So Taurus, if you've had a challenging time attracting wealth or financial abundance, this 4-week period is going to be a time of change in this area, which is very exciting. You just have to make sure that you are using the momentum of your season to approach your relationship with financial abundance differently, meaning you have to change from a mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance. The first step is making sure that you aren't thinking in terms of what you do not have. Think in terms of knowing that you will attract exactly what you desire and remain excited and certain of that truth. Also, don't be surprised if any of your relationships have conflicts that come up over worth and whether or not you feel like you are being treated the way you deserve to be treated. And just know that if and when this comes up, that this is pointing you back to how you feel about yourself, which is directly connected to your relationship with manifesting wealth, because the more you truly feel worthy and the more your actions match that truth, the more you will attract exactly what it is that you feel inside. So you reflect that in your physical world. So keep this theme in mind as we go over the transits for Gemini season. First, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I've done a separate video for, so keep an eye out for that. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. Then on May 23rd, Venus will be entering Gemini, which for those of you that are single and looking for love, unfortunately, this is not a major indication of finding new love. But this might be a good thing because the focus for this 4 weeks is deepening your relationship with financial abundance, Taurus, and your Taurus energy. A lot of times when it comes to relationships, you can be very distracted and focused on that relationship without knowing it, and without knowing that that diminishes the amount of energy that you're giving to yourself and to other crucial areas of your life. Now, the universe is working with you because a second house Venus transit does indicate financial opportunities. So capitalize on this energy because time goes very quickly and your time for love will come. And when it does, you will be in a great place financially, which will only support the thriving of the relationship. And for those of you that are already in a relationship, this indicates, yes, positive momentum for you as well financially, but it also indicates a time for the two of you to get on the same page in terms of how you handle finances. So keep that in mind during this Venus in Gemini transit. Then we have Jupiter entering Gemini, which is a huge shift because it will remain in Gemini until June 9th of 2025. So make sure and check your natal Gemini because this could mean a major boost to your good fortune, especially if your natal Jupiter is in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And with this being in your second house, it does indicate financial gain, Taurus. So this is all pointing to a major shift for you when it comes to money. Then on June 3rd, Mercury will be entering Gemini, which will also be in your second house. So keep your awareness heightened for this date, Taurus, because this indicates that you could come across a potential money-making idea, or that you may have the opportunity or the inclination to take a course or learn a new skill that will play a positive role when it comes to influencing your financial freedom as well. Then on June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, also in your second house, which will mark the opening of a 2-week period where your momentum and your manifesting power will really pick up. So if you have any creative ideas and you are wondering when is the best time to put the ball in into motion, this could be an excellent time to do so. This could also indicate unforeseen financial opportunities coming your way, and the big final transit of Gemini season is when Mars shifts into Taurus on June 9th, which will be in your first house, which is an excellent time for the new energy and the new motivation theme that was established during your season, Taurus. This will also influence you in terms of you having less patience and a shorter temper. But if you have your focus in the right place, you will avoid any people or circumstances that trigger this sort of response. And if any unforeseen circumstances do come your way, I am fully confident that you will have the self-awareness to not be reactive, and instead you will decide what response is in your soul's best interest, and you will proceed accordingly, Taurus. So overall, Gemini season really is all about stepping into your power after the new beginnings of your season, knowing your self-worth, and really establishing a strong positive relationship and flow with financial abundance. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy Gemini season, Taurus. Okay, my powerful Geminis, it is finally here, your season, and I want to wish all of you charismatic, unique, fun-loving Geminis out there a rebirth season filled with good times, exciting new experiences, abundance, blessings, and your dreams coming true, and most of all, love. Now, when the sun enters your sign, this is going to be in your first house. So it is your time to shine, Gemini. This is a 4-week period of self-discovery, of personal growth, and new beginnings. Let's explore how you can navigate this season most effectively by talking about the transits that will be taking place. On May 23rd, the full moon in Sagittarius takes place, which I already did a video for. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. And also on May 23rd, Venus will be entering Gemini. So with Venus entering your sign, which will also be in your first house, this indicates you getting a boost to your personal charm and your magnetism. This transit enhances your attractiveness and your social appeal. It's a great time to start new relationships or strengthen the relationships that you already have. So if you're single and you're looking for love, you may very well find some opportunities to connect romantically. And if you are already in a relationship, it will be important to really make sure that you are doing the things necessary to reignite the excitement of the connection. If nothing changes in your relationship, then any problems that exist will only increase. So address what needs to be addressed and focus on building an even stronger connection. You do not want to step into your season with any stale, unresolved drama in your relationships. Use this energy to express your love and appreciation for the people in your life. On May 25th, Jupiter will be entering Gemini, which will also be in your first house. And this brings opportunities and it brings good luck. This is an excellent transit for things to start going your way, Gemini. Embrace your curiosity, pursue new interests, and take risks that can lead to personal growth and success, because this Jupiter transit shifts the energy to increase the likelihood of positive outcomes. You just have to make sure that you are not carrying any heaviness or old ways of thinking or any drama or any negative relationships into this chapter with you. You want to start with a clean slate so that way you can really manifest to your highest potential. Then on June 3rd, Mercury enters Gemini, also in your first house, which indicates your mind will be sharp and your ability to convey ideas will be heightened. This is a perfect time to start new projects or share your thoughts with the world. So this could really be helpful for those of you that are content creators or if you work with the public in some way. Now on June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, which marks the start of a 2-week period that is very powerful for setting personal intentions, for focusing on what you want to achieve for the remainder of the year. It's an excellent moment for reinvention, for self-improvement, and for beginning new ventures that align with your true self. Then we have the final big transit of Gemini season, which will be on June 9th when Mars enters Taurus, which will be in your 12th house, indicating a period of introspection and behind the scenes work. So use this time to recharge and reflect on your goals and prepare for future action. Now, while it may feel less outwardly active, this period is crucial for laying the groundwork for your next steps. So overall, Gemini, this season is about you embracing your individuality and pursuing your personal growth. With multiple planets aligning in your sign, you have the energy and support to make significant strides. Trust in your abilities and take confident steps towards your dreams. Embrace this energetic opening. Happy birthday and happy Gemini season. Okay, my powerful Cancerians, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this is going to be in your 12th house. So Cancers, This will be a time of introspection, of spirituality, and hidden matters. This period is about deep inner work and preparing for your personal renewal. So keep this in mind as we go over the transits for this season. On May 23rd, we had the full moon in Sagittarius, which I already did a separate video for, so if you haven't seen that, check that out. Also on May 23rd, Venus entered Gemini, which is also in your 12th house, which will be urging you to find beauty in solitude and within your spiritual practices. It's a great time to nurture your inner world through meditation, through creativity, or simply through spending time alone to reflect and rejuvenate. If you are single and looking for love, this is not a major indication for finding new love, which may be a good thing because you know when you fall for someone, you tend to give that relationship a lot of your focus. And if this season is meant to be a preparation phase, this just means you will have more time to focus on you, which is great. If you are already in a relationship, this indicates a time where the two of you can really deepen your connection by overcoming deep-rooted issues brought on from past trauma. So if there is something in your relationship that you know needs work, now is the perfect time to work on it, Cancers. On May 25th, Jupiter will be entering Gemini as well, also in your 12th house, which will serve to expand your spiritual awareness, and it will encourage personal growth through introspection. Embrace this period as an opportunity to really explore your subconscious mind, release old patterns, and set the stage for future growth. The more that you can transform any negative behavior, the more you can really ignite your good fortune and your good luck during this time. Now on June 3rd, Mercury enters Gemini, also in your 12th house, which will enhance your ability to communicate with your inner self. So journaling, therapy, deep conversations, all of these things can really provide significant insights. Use this time to articulate your thoughts and gain clarity on your internal process. This will assist in maximizing that Jupiter energy as well. Now on June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, and the new moon is a powerful momentum for setting intentions related to your inner world. Focus on healing, focus on letting go completely of past traumas, and focus on planting seeds for spiritual growth. This is a time to rest, a time to recharge, and prepare for the new cycle that will begin when the sun enters Cancer, when your season begins. So see this as the start of a 2-week period where you will really feel the momentum of your season coming along. So the work that you do and the intentions that you set will be crucial in terms of what you will be able to manifest during your season. Then on June 9th, we have the final big transit of Gemini season, which will be when Mars enters Taurus, which will be in your 11th house, energizing your social networks, energizing your long-term goals. So even though much of this Gemini season will be introspective, this transit encourages you to also engage socially. So know that there will be some benefits to those sort of activities. Balance your alone time with your strategic social interactions that support your dreams. The 11th house is the house of dreams coming true, so make sure to take those strategic actions, and this will continue into your season. So as that momentum grows, your physical energy and your motivation will grow as well. So if you initially don't feel like it, don't worry, you will as time goes on. So overall, this Gemini season is a time for deep reflection and spiritual growth, Cancers. Use this period to heal, to rejuvenate, and to prepare yourself for the personal renewal and excitement that will come with your birthday season. Trust in the process, embrace the opportunities for inner transformation, and embrace this energetic opening, and happy Gemini season, Cancers. Okay, my powerful Leos, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this is going to be in your 11th house. So Leos, this is a time of expanding your social interactions and for you pursuing your dreams. Not only can you deepen the friendships that you have, but you also more than likely will make some new friendship connections that have potential for long-term staying power. It will also be important to focus your energy on big dreams and what it is that you want to manifest, Leo. The 11th house is the house of dreams coming true. So the more you can focus your energy on what it is that you want, the more the likelihood of you manifesting those dreams into reality. So keep that in mind as we go over the transits for Gemini season. On May 23rd, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I did a separate video for, so if you haven't seen it, make sure to check that out. Also on May 23rd, Venus shifted into Gemini, which will also be in your 11th house. So for those of you in relationships, Venus in Gemini enhances your social life as a couple, which can really serve to positively influence your relationship. You and your significant other may find yourselves making new friends, as a couple, and also attending more social events or gatherings as a couple, which can really help the dynamic between the two of you when it comes to communicating and just reminding yourselves of how much fun you can have together. Now, if you're single and looking for love, this transit suggests that new romantic opportunities could arise through social circles. So keep an eye out for potential partners at parties or social gatherings, events, or even through mutual friends. Being open and sociable is going to help you attract love during this time period. This is a good transit for love, Leo. Now, financially, Venus in your 11th house also brings good fortune to your financial world, particularly through group efforts and collaborations. Financial gains may come from teamwork or joint ventures, so if you have the opportunity for something like that, make sure to take it. It's a great time to explore money-making opportunities with friends or within organizations that you're part of, so this is a positive momentum financially as well, Leo. On May 25th, Jupiter will be entering Gemini, which will also be in your 11th house, also expanding your social networks and having a positive impact on your long-term goals. Connecting with like-minded people will really help you achieve your dreams, so be open to new friendships and collaborations that can lead to personal growth and success. Connection is the key to unlocking good fortune and momentum during this time. Now, on June 3rd, Mercury will be entering Gemini, also in your 11th house, making this a perfect time for networking, for organizing, for more group activities like we've been talking about, for sharing ideas, for increasing your effectiveness when communicating, especially when it comes to communicating within a group or when it comes to expressing your goals. So if you have any sales pitches during this transit, the likelihood of a positive outcome in that area is absolutely increased. Now, on June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, also in your 11th house, which is a powerful moment for setting intentions related to your social life and aspirations. Focus on what it is that you want to achieve within your community if you have those sort of goals, or when it just comes to your friend circle and how you can contribute to collective goals. This is an ideal time also to start new group projects or initiatives that align with your long-term vision. But just know, Jupiter being the planet of good luck and for it being in your 11th house, that's an excellent setup when it comes to a surge of good luck coming your way. Then we have the final big transit of Gemini season, which is on June 9th, when Mars enters Taurus, which will be in your 10th house, Leo, giving you the motivation to take assertive actions towards your career goals. So make sure that you're ready to showcase your leadership abilities. This transit encourages you to push forward with determination and strength. So the physical energy and the mental energy will be there fueling your motivation, which is perfect in terms of working with the other planets to make some forward momentum and forward movement in your world of career as well, Leo. So overall, this Gemini season is a time for social engagement. It's a time for pursuing your dreams with key transits that are influencing your social world and your relationships and your finances. So trust in your ability to shine and be successful, Leo. Embrace this energetic opening and happy Gemini season, Leo. Okay, my powerful Virgos, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this is going to be in your 10th house. This period is an excellent time for opportunities to be coming your way when it comes to your professional world. So make sure that you are focusing your energy on your professional ambitions and on how you present yourself to the world, because during this time, you really get an increase to your charisma and how the world around you perceives you. So if you're in social media or if you're a content creator, this is actually a very good phase for you to put content out with a high likelihood of a positive reception. So keep all this in mind as we talk about the transits of Gemini season. On May 23rd, we had the full moon in Sagittarius, which I did a separate video for, so if you haven't seen that, be sure to check that out. Also on May 23rd, Venus entered Gemini, which is also in your 10th house, so there will be a noticeable impact on both your professional life and your relationships. So for those of you that are in relationships, this transit brings harmony and charm to your career interactions, which can also influence your personal relationships positively. Your partner may become more supportive of your work aspirations, and it's a great time to discuss long-term goals together. Use this energy to really strengthen the bond that the two of you have by sharing your ambitions and by working towards mutual support. Now, for people that are single and looking for a relationship, Venus in your 10th house suggests that new romantic opportunities could come your way. It's not a major indication, it's not a very high indication, but it indicates that this could come your way through your professional life. You might meet someone special at work or through career-related events. Keep your heart and your mind open and receptive to those sort of connections that could blend both personal and professional aspects of your life. Now on May 25th, Jupiter will be entering Gemini, which will serve to expand your career and your public image. This is a time of increased opportunities and growth in your world of work. Be open to new roles, new projects, and new ways to enhance your public presence. Embrace this period to pursue your aspirations because Virgo, this area of your life, during this sort of Gemini transit can really get an increase, not only in opportunities, but in positive outcomes when you pursue those opportunities. So keep that in mind. Now on June 3rd, Mercury will be entering Gemini, which is also in your 10th house. So when it comes to you expressing yourself and connecting with coworkers, this will increase your communication and your ability for networking and presenting ideas and negotiating deals. You'll be very clear and effective when it comes to the communication that leads to significant advancements in your career, Virgo. Then on June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, also in your 10th house, which is going to be a powerful moment to set intentions for your career and long-term goals. Focus on what you want to achieve professionally and take practical steps toward realizing those ambitions. This is an ideal time to start new projects or to seek new opportunities that align with your career aspirations. Then on June 9th, Mars will be entering Taurus, which is in your 9th house, which represents motivation to really learn more and to have experiences outside of your usual comfort zone. If you start to feel like you just want more out of life and you just feel a bit bored overall during this time, then just use that as fuel to start to expand your experiences. Because the more you experience different things, the more you can really change your perspective. And when you change your perspective, by increasing the things that you know about life and that you know about yourself, you can then affect more positive change in your life by making more informed decisions. So this Mars transit is going to be a very, very good time for you, Virgo, when it comes to you being able to experience things that are outside of the norm, which will lead to you manifesting things above and beyond what you can usually imagine for yourself. So use this Mars transit to really expand your horizons, whether through education or exploring new belief systems. Use this energy to broaden your perspective and enhance your understandings of the world. So Virgo, this Gemini season is a time for professional growth and for refining your public image with key transits that will be influencing your career and personal life. So seize the opportunities that arise and trust your ability to achieve your long-term goals. So embrace this energetic opening and happy Gemini season, Virgos. Okay, my powerful Libras, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this is going to be in your 9th house. So Libra, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I always like to talk about how life works in seasons. So life is always about the constant ebb and flow, and depending on how these seasons affect your chart, that determines whether each season you will be experiencing the ebb or the flow. Well, Gemini season is an exciting time for you because this is a 4-week period of the flow, where you will have new experiences, new opportunities that come your way, new realizations that will take place. Your perspective is likely to expand and your optimism about the future will also increase. So make sure to take advantage of this time period by taking some risks, by trying new things, by reading new philosophies, learning new skills, meeting new people, and exploring new cultures, because doing so will have such a positive benefit for you. And keep this in mind as we go over the transits of Gemini season. First, on May 23rd, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I did a separate video for, so if you haven't seen that, be sure to check that out. Also on May 23rd, Venus entered Gemini, which will also be in your 9th house. And with Venus being your ruling planet and being in the 9th house, this will be a very positive influence on your life. This transit indicates that if and when you do pursue things like higher education, or if you do travel or read books on philosophy, these will be pleasurable experiences, yes, but they will also have a positive influence on you either finding love if you're looking for love, or deepening the connection that you have if you're already in a relationship. So if you're already in a relationship, this Venus in Gemini really enhances the connection when you do have experiences that stimulate you mentally. So make sure to explore different cultures together. This is a great time to plan a trip together, or to take a class, or engage in deep conversations about life and what the two of you believe about life. By doing these things, you can guarantee that your relationship will be stronger. Now, if you are single and love is something that you want to manifest, this transit suggests that romantic opportunities will come to you through your educational or travel pursuits. You may meet someone special if you take some sort of class or some type of workshop, and keep an open mind and be receptive to connections that can bring both love and intellectual stimulation. So a very positive Venus transit for you, Libra. Then on May 25th, Jupiter will be entering Gemini, which will also be in your 9th house. Now this will be a time of increased opportunities that really change the way that you see yourself and the way that you see the world around you. So by exploring new things, Libra, you will be increasing your good luck. So get out, do different things, Take those courses that we've been talking about. This will amplify the likelihood of good fortune coming your way. Embrace this period to broaden your perspective and pursue your passions with enthusiasm. If you just keep your same day-to-day routine going, then yeah, things might not get more challenging, but you also might be limiting the possibilities. Then on June 3rd, Mercury will be entering Gemini, which is also in your 9th house, sharpening your communication skills in matters related to education or teaching or writing or just sharing your creative ideas. So if you do decide to take a new course, don't be nervous, thinking, can I really do this? Is this gonna go well for me? This Mercury transit really elevates your ability to process and express information. So this is the best time to be involved of both sides of education, either teaching or learning. Then on June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, which begins a 2-week period that makes an excellent time to set intentions for yourself. Focus on what you want to learn, where you want to travel, and how you want to expand your understanding of the world. This is an ideal time to start new projects or plans that align with your higher aspirations. Then on June 9th, we have the final big transit of Gemini season when Mars enters Taurus, which will be in your 8th house. And the best way to use this energy is to really address any financial or emotional issues that need resolution and work towards creating deeper bonds with the people that you trust. So Libra, this Gemini season is all about expanding your horizons and pursuing intellectual and philosophical growth. With key transits influencing your higher learning and travel, there will be opportunities that arise, so trust in your ability to navigate these energies with grace and with balance. Embrace this energetic opening and happy Gemini season, Libra. Okay, my powerful Scorpios, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this is going to be in your 8th house, indicating a 4-week period that will influence change and diving into the depths of your inner world to uncover information that is meant to shift how you see yourself and the world around you, which will assist you when it comes to bringing your dreams into reality, Scorpio. So keep that in mind as we go over these transits for Gemini season. First, on May 23rd, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I did a separate video for. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check that out. Also on May 23rd, Venus entered Gemini, which will be in your 8th house as well. So for those of you that are in relationships, Venus in Gemini really enhances your bond through deeper communication and intimacy. This is a great time to discuss shared financial goals and work towards common investments. Strengthening your emotional and financial ties can lead to greater stability and mutual support. Also, if you have any issues regarding your sexual connection, this is a time where not only will the issues be amplified, but if you do decide to address those issues, the likelihood of resolution is increased. So take this opportunity to deal with those things now. Now, if you're single and looking for love, this transit suggests that romantic opportunities could arise through deep, transformative experiences. For example, you might meet someone during activities that involve intimate settings, like a yoga retreat or a meditation group. Make sure to be open to connections that offer both emotional depth and intellectual stimulation. Now, financially, Venus being in your 8th house can bring financial opportunities through partnerships, or you may find out about a potential inheritance, or any sort of joint venture or collaboration can really do well if you pool your resources together with trusted individuals. That can lead to significant gains as well. It's also an excellent time to review and improve your financial strategy. Now, on May 25th, Jupiter will be entering Gemini, which will also be in your 8th house, so you will increase your luck and good fortune by making deep-rooted changes brought on from healing past trauma. So doing inner work during this time can result in very positive change in your life and your manifesting power, Scorpio. It will also be beneficial to use this period to really dive into your understanding of your financial world and your goals, and also your emotional relationship with your finances. Uncovering how you feel about money and discovering any blockages you may have during this time can really assist in you being able to release those blockages and really open up the channels of abundance for yourself. So keep that in mind. On June 3rd, we have Mercury entering Gemini, which will also be in your 8th house, which makes this the perfect time for discussing financial plans, for engaging in therapy, or exploring your subconscious. Clear and effective communication will help you gain valuable insights and make informed decisions. On June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, also in your 8th house, which makes this the start of a 2-week period that is perfect for focusing on what it is that you want to achieve in terms of your personal growth and in terms of your financial stability and in terms of your intimate connections. This is an ideal time to start new projects or plans that align with your deeper aspirations, Scorpio. So really use that time period to really connect to the vision that you have for yourself when it comes to your financial goals, when it comes to your romantic goals, and when it comes to your personal healing and your spiritual goals. Then on June 9th, we have the final big transit of Gemini season when Mars enters Taurus, which will be in your 7th house, which makes it much easier for you to build stronger bonds and for you to resolve conflicts. This transit encourages collaboration and working towards common goals with your significant other and with the other people in your life that you feel close to and you trust. So overall, Scorpio, this Gemini season is about embracing transformation and managing shared resources, with key transits influencing your financial world and intimate connections. This is a time to seize the opportunities that come your way and trust in your ability to navigate these energies with resilience and depth. So embrace this energetic opening and happy Gemini season, Scorpio. Okay, my powerful Sagittarians, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this will be in your 7th house. So Sagittarius, this will be a time filled with opportunities to focus on your close connections and for you to focus on building strong alliances. So keep that in mind as we go over this transit for Gemini season. On May 23rd, we start off with the full moon in Sagittarius, which I already did a separate video for. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check that out. Also on May 23rd, Venus enters Gemini, which is also in your 7th house. So for those of you that are in relationships, this will be a time that enhances communication and the connection between the two of you. Now, this is a great time to discuss mutual goals and spend quality time together. This will also be a time that if the two of you are having issues, those issues will be magnified because this is the universe's way of giving you the opportunity to really resolve the issues that you might have. So just know if they come up, take the opportunity to resolve them, because during a 7th house Venus transit, the likelihood for a positive outcome is increased. Now, for those of you that are single and looking for love, this transit suggests that romantic opportunities could arise through social interactions and communication. So romantic connection is likely during this time, Sagittarius. Keep an eye out for potential partners during events or gatherings where intellectual stimulation is high. So if you get invited anywhere that sounds interesting and you're looking for love, go, because the likelihood of you meeting someone in that sort of environment is pretty high. Now, when it comes to finances, Venus in your 7th house can bring financial opportunities through partnerships and collaborations. Working with others on joint ventures or investments can really lead to significant gains. It also is a good time to seek financial advice or negotiate agreements that benefit both parties. Now on May 25th, Jupiter will be entering Gemini as well, also in your 7th house, indicating a time of increased opportunity for your relationships if you're in a relationship, or if you're in any business relationships. This increases the likelihood of good luck coming your way regarding those ventures. So embrace this period to connect with like-minded individuals and work towards common goals. The more you do so, the more you really will increase your good fortune and the opportunities for abundance. Now on June 3rd, Mercury enters Gemini, also in your 7th house, making this the perfect time for negotiating, for resolving conflicts, and for deepening your connections. So if you do decide to address an issue with a partner of any sort during this Mercury in Gemini's transit, that will even further increase the likelihood of a positive outcome regarding that situation. Then on June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, also in your 7th house, opening a 2-week window to focus on what you want to achieve when it comes to the relationships in your life and how you can build stronger connections. This is an ideal time to start a new relationship. So if you have any opportunity for romantic connection or you meet someone new, then this is a positive indication that it could be a pretty good opportunity for a good relationship. Then we have the final big transit of Gemini season on June 9th when Mars enters Taurus, which will be in your 6th house, urging you to take assertive action towards improving your productivity and your health and well-being. This transit encourages you to focus on practical matters and create a balanced routine for yourself, Sagittarius. The more you can get yourself on a good schedule with healthy activities and practices, the more you will be able to take advantage of the opportunities that will be coming your way during this time. So overall, this Gemini season is about focusing on your relationships and building strong connections, with key transits influencing your social world and financial opportunities. So capitalize on the energy that's coming your way and trust in your ability to navigate this energy with optimism and enthusiasm. Embrace this energetic opening and happy Gemini season, Sagittarius. Okay, my powerful Capricorns, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this will be in your 6th house. So Capricorns, this is a time period where you are meant to focus on the balance of your life and your overall well-being. So keep this in mind as we go over these transits for Gemini season. First, on May 23rd, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I did a separate video for, so if you haven't checked that out, be sure to do so. Also on May 23rd, Venus enters Gemini, which is also in your 6th house. So for those of you that are already in relationships, Venus in Gemini enhances your ability to balance work and love. This is a great time to support each other's professional goals and create a harmonious daily routine together. Sharing responsibilities and appreciating each other's efforts can really strengthen your bonds. So if you have one of those relationships where you feel like you have drifted apart because of the stresses of life and tending to those stresses, you feel like that's caused the two of you to not be able to give the energy to the relationship that it deserves, then this is the time period to address that. Create a schedule that makes sure the relationship gets the energy it deserves, because doing so can really make a major difference moving forward. It could really mean the success of the relationship or the ultimate disconnect if you choose not to address the issue. Now, for those of you that are single and looking for love, this transit suggests that romantic opportunities could arise through your daily activities or through work. So this means you might meet someone on a hike or at a workout class. So if you're looking for love, make sure to put these types of activities on your daily schedule, because it will definitely increase the likelihood of love coming your way during this time. Now, financially, Venus in your 6th house could bring financial opportunities through work and daily efforts. And obviously work is gonna bring financial opportunities, but this is where bigger things can start to happen during this 4-week period. Now, it's also a good time to invest in your health and well-being, which can ultimately benefit your financial situation. So really make sure you are taking care of yourself, Capricorns, during this time. Now, on May 25th, Jupiter will be entering Gemini, also in your 6th house. So this is a time of increased opportunity in terms of improving your health, which is great. It also increases your productivity and your ability to get into a flow with your schedule, lending to you being able to get all the things that you want to get done without burnout or sacrificing one thing or another. Just make sure that you do your part by sitting down and making a master schedule for yourself where you include all of the things that you want to make sure that you give energy to. Doing so will ultimately increase your ability to manifest, Capricorns. So take the time to do that. It will be very beneficial during this time. And this Jupiter in Gemini transit lasts until June 9th of 2025. So the more you can get on that now, the more you can really open up the possibilities to be in a really strong flow when it comes to this area of your life. And good health for that time period is fantastic. So that way you can focus on the other things in life and being productive and making your dreams come true without being sidelined by getting sick or not feeling your best overall, mentally, spiritually, or physically. Then on June 3rd, Mercury will be entering Gemini, also in your 6th house, which will sharpen your communication skills at work. And just know this is a perfect time for organizing tasks, for improving workflow, and engaging in productive discussions. Clear and effective communication during this time will help you achieve significant progress. So don't do your usual, I'll handle it all on my own tactic. Reach out, ask for help, even collaborate with people. This will really assist you in forward movement and success. Now on June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, also in your 6th house, making this the start of a 2-week period that is ideal for starting new health regimens and creating new habits. So mark this date for the start of making sure that you are in a flow when it comes to doing the things that you know you need to do to be at your best, Capricorn. Then on June 9th, we have the final big transit of Gemini season, which is when Mars enters Taurus, which will be in your 5th house, which will bring the energy and motivation to pursue creative projects with a high likelihood of success. And this also influences your world of romance in a very positive way. So keep your eyes and your hearts open for some romantic potential to be brewing during that time. Now, this Mars transit encourages you to express joy and express yourself boldly. So don't forget to have fun while you're doing all these things we're talking about. So overall, Capricorn, this Gemini season is about focusing on your daily routine and your overall well-being, with key transits influencing your work life and your financial opportunities. This is a time to create a balanced and fulfilling lifestyle for yourself. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy Gemini season, Capricorn. Aquarians. Okay, my powerful Aquarians, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this is going to be in your 5th house. So Aquarius, this is meant to be a lighthearted, exciting 4 weeks for you, where of course you can focus on your responsibilities and you can focus on achieving your goals. But in order to optimize your manifesting powers and bring your dreams into reality, the best way to use this energy of this 5th house transit is to focus on what you are passionate about while making sure to enjoy life's pleasures. So keep that in mind as we explore these Gemini season transits. Now on May 23rd, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I did a separate video for. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check that out. Also on May 23rd, Venus enters Gemini, which is also in your 5th house, which is very exciting because for those of you that are already in relationships, Venus in Gemini really enhances your romantic connection, and it brings the opportunity to remind yourselves as a couple how great your relationship can be when the two of you are having fun. This is a great time to engage in creative activities together and to really enjoy moments of life that are brought on by spontaneity. Strengthen your bond through shared passion and playful interactions. This can bring greater harmony and excitement to the relationship. Also know that if you have been feeling like the relationship is getting a little stale or boring, this will be magnified as the universe's attempt to assist you in being motivated to actively focus on doing fun things together to get your connection back to a place where it is thriving. And for those of you that are single and interested in manifesting love, this transit suggests that romantic opportunities could absolutely come up through creative or recreational activities. You might meet someone special while pursuing a hobby or attending an event, or simply just having a good time, doing something that you really enjoy and having fun. So keep an open mind and be receptive to connections that offer both joy and intellectual stimulation, and make sure to get out and do things that you really love. But just know overall, when it comes to indicating new love, a 5th house Venus transit is a major indication of that taking place. Now financially, whether you are single or in a relationship, Venus in your 5th house can bring financial opportunities through creative projects or speculative ventures. Investing in your talents or exploring new ways to monetize your hobbies can lead to financial gains. But just know this is a positive influence for you and money as well, Aquarius, as long as you focus more on lighthearted fun and less on lack and stress. Now on May 25th, Jupiter enters Gemini, which will also be in your 5th house, which indicates that you will increase your potential for good fortune by expressing your creative side, engaging in what you are excited about and not focusing so much on the outcome. This also magnifies the possibilities of new love coming your way, Aquarius. So if that is something that you are looking to manifest, get ready. Now on June 3rd, Mercury enters Gemini, also in your 5th house, indicating that if you have any creative ideas that you want to share, or if you have something like a sales meeting, or if you work in sales in any way, you will be very effective at getting your idea across with a high likelihood of a positive reception. The 5th house Mercury energy also assists you in finding the right words if you decide to pursue or approach someone romantically. So if you have that inclination, go for it, because more than likely you're going to say the right thing. Now on June 6th, the new moon in Gemini, also in your 5th house, marks the start of a 2-week period that is perfect for setting intentions regarding creative projects. It also marks a strong opening for meeting someone new romantically. Now the best way to make the most of this new moon is by focusing on what you want to achieve in terms of self-expression and joy. Focus on what you do want, not what you do not want, and you will be on the right track. Then we have the final big transit of Gemini season on June 9th, when Mars enters Taurus, which will be in your 4th house, which marks the perfect time to give energy to creating a harmonious and secure home environment for yourself. This transit encourages you to focus on family matters and engage in activities that nurture your sense of belonging. If you have any issues with family members, they are likely to be magnified during this time, giving you the opportunity to resolve any areas of disconnect. But be careful, because if you do step into this situation unaware and allow yourself to be reactive, this could be a time where this complicated relationship with this family member could really get out of hand. So consider yourself warned. So overall, Aquarius, this Gemini season is about focusing on your creative passions and enjoying life's pleasures, with key transits influencing your romantic life and financial opportunities. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy Gemini season, Aquarius. Okay, my powerful Pisces, when the sun shifts into Gemini for you, this is going to be in your 4th house. So this period is perfect for you to focus on your domestic life and creating a nurturing environment and foundation for yourself spiritually and physically. Pisces. So keep this in mind as we go over these transits for Gemini season. First up, on May 23rd, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I already did a separate video for. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. Also on May 23rd, Venus enters Gemini, which will be in your 4th house. So for those of you already in relationships, Venus in Gemini enhances your domestic harmony and emotional connection. This is a great time to make your living space more comfortable for the both of you, engage in home-based activities together that can deepen your bond, and just the idea of creating a more supportive atmosphere for the two of you. Now, this is also a time that if you've been in the relationship for a while and you don't live together, you may think about moving in together, and you might be ready to really jump in and take that plunge. Now, for those of you that are single and looking to manifest love, this transit suggests that romantic opportunities could arise through family gatherings or events at the home. Now, the 4th house Venus transit is not a major indication of meeting someone new or new romantic opportunities, but at least you know if you want to maximize your chances and you get invited to some sort of family function, or some family member invites you out somewhere, then you may potentially be introduced to a romantic connection through that sort of activity. So that gives you incentive to go. Now, financially, Venus in the 4th house can bring financial opportunities through real estate or investments in your home. So it's also a good idea to do some home improvements or repairs regarding your living space. That's if you own it, because that will increase the value of your property. But if you don't own it, it's a good time to call your landlord and let them know any areas of your space that need to be improved, so that way you're getting more value for the rent that you pay. It's also a good time to review your financial strategies related to your goals for buying a home potentially, and just family expenses overall. Now on May 25th, Jupiter enters Gemini, which will also be in your 4th house, which indicates that resolving deep-rooted issues that stem from family trauma can be the key to unlocking your manifesting potential. Also be sure to check your natal Jupiter to see how it relates to Jupiter entering Gemini, because Jupiter will remain in Gemini until June 9th of 2025. So you may want to know if this will be a wave of good fortune coming your way. Now on June 3rd, Mercury enters Gemini, which will also be in your 4th house, which sharpens your communication skills with your family. So if there is an issue with a family member that needs to be addressed, this Mercury transit will be the perfect time to address it with the high likelihood of a positive outcome. So maybe mark that date in your calendar and choose to address it during that time. On June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini, also in the 4th house, which marks a 2-week period where if you are deciding to move, or if you have someone move in with you, this is a positive energetic opening for that sort of undertaking. Also, if you have been looking for a new home, this could be the time that you find exactly what you're looking for. It's also an excellent time to start some sort of home project, or it's a good time to start some sort of new practice when it comes to your emotional foundation, like meditating or reading a new spiritual book, or maybe getting a reading of some sort. Then we have the final big shift of Gemini season, which will be on June 9th when Mars enters Taurus, which will be in your 3rd house, indicating a great time to be proactive when it comes to getting involved in issues that resonate with you within your local environment. So if anything's going on in your neighborhood or in your building or with friends that are close to you, this is a really good time to engage in that sort of activity. It's also an excellent time to learn something new. So if you've been thinking of taking a course, this would be a great time to start it. Those will be the areas where you find the most surge of motivation and where you'll find the most positive outcome if you do engage in those sort of activities. It will also help you to feel more social than usual, which can be a good thing when it comes to networking and making new connections, especially during a time period where the majority of the planets are all motivating you to stay home and recharge, because everything's going to be in your 4th house. So this can be a good thing and a much needed thing, because at least you know that Mars will be coming along to balance out the energy towards the middle of June. So overall, Pisces, this Gemini season is about focusing on your home life and your emotional well-being, with key transits that influence your domestic world and your world of financial opportunity. Now, this is the perfect time to create a nurturing and supportive environment for yourself while giving yourself the opportunity to recharge your spiritual and emotional battery. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy Gemini season, Pisces. Okay, so there you have it. What to expect for love and your life overall during this Gemini season from May 20th to June 20th. So let's stay focused on making the choices that lead to the actions that support your truth and will assist you in manifesting the things that you desire and definitely deserve. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget the baby tap. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.